Hey everybody, David Cooley here from PrimeMortal Fitness. We're here today to do a Fitball workout. So all you'll need is a Fitball, no props needed. If you don't have a Fitball, you can still follow along with a lot of the exercises. You can substitute for some of the exercises, sliders or towels. You could also use plastic lids if you have carpet. You can use a little chi ball for some of the exercises as well. So just because you don't have a Fitball doesn't mean you can't follow along. Fitballs are so great and so versatile. We're gonna get started seated on top doing some ab curls. So we come on top, and the Fitball is normally the right height for you if your knee is level with your hip when you sit on top of it. Come into an imprinted spine position. I've got my shoulder blades off, and then I come all the way down. So I'm in a really strong curl position. If you want to go a little bit lighter, just walk forward a little bit, keeping butt and back on the ball. Hands behind the head, let's breathe in. As you exhale, slide ribs to hips, then down to the ball. Get that little shake at the top. Inhale, return. Exhale, inhale. One of the first classes I ever taught was a Fitball class. And I love it to this day. I think they got a little bit passé. I think people kind of got tired of them. I thought they weren't worth having. But now I think things have started to turn back around. I've got 3, 2, and 1. Then I'm going to walk all the way up. I'm going to turn around. So bring your knees down. You're going to be pulling your belly in. This part can be done on the floor if you don't want any pressure, say, on your belly at all. But otherwise, come on top. I tuck the toes, lift the knees. Most of my weight is here on the ball. I've got my chest off, and I'm taking back of hands to forehead. So I inhale, and then extending out. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, just an easy back extension. So I'm going to feel mid-back work, upper back, lower back, and of course my butt's working a bit here too. And I've got 5, 6, 8, 2, and 1. And while we're here, we will do our first hover. So slide back a little. You can bring your knees down if you want. Push your forearms into the ball and lift yourself up. And just hold that for a second. You can always bring knees down. I think I said that before. But try it, even if it's just for a second, to have your knees off the ground. When you push through the ball, you'll see my back round. That's okay. If you're developing your hover skills, that's where you need to be. Otherwise, push the chest forward a bit and tuck your chin. We're going to be here for 2 more breaths. And then we're going to slice. So our slice, I bring hands together. I'm keeping my body as still as I can, moving just from the shoulder and a little bit from the elbow as I go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Love slices. 3, 2, and 1. Not quite done. Bring your knees down, right elbow on top of the ball. Shift your weight onto the ball and your right knee. And just hold that for a second. You want to draw the shoulder blade down. It is a side plank, but gravity's in our favor here. Then go ahead and lift up your left leg. I'm going to roll the ball out a little bit more to feel that I have to work a little harder to keep myself in that side plank. Pull your left toes back and lift. 10. These are so challenging. They look so easy, and after a while, you'll think they are. But then stick with it a little bit longer, and it will start to burn right up through the glutes. I've got glutes, I've got a little bit of the hip flexors here. So it is everything that is involved with abducting, right? Taking the leg to the side. I'm going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2. I hold it, point the toe, and I have 10 circles in each direction. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 10, 9, 8. So tough this direction. 7, 6, especially on this leg that's down here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then I bring it back. I'm going to go directly to the other side so I can roll the ball around, get my side plank, set it up. Leg nice and long with foot flexed, and I'm lifting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push strongly through your heel. 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm doing an extra 5, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Point the toe. Feel the calf work here. And then you've got 10, 9, 8, almost kicking that table. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, change direction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Let's congratulate our glutes. Congratulations, glutes. Come back into a forearm hover. So I've got forearms and I lift. Instead of slices this time, we're going into stirs. So round the upper back, then keep that feeling of lifting as you push the chest forward and tuck the chin. We have 10 stirs in each direction, knees or toes. Do as many as you can here on toes with me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, rolling, 2, 1, change direction. 10, 9, 8, love stairs. 6, lots of kitchen cues, I think. Lots of kitchen-y names. Lots of stuff involved with cooking. 3, 2, and 1. Knees down. Slide back a little bit so you can bring your body on top of the ball. We're going into back extensions. Now this time I'm taking my arms into a T shape, just working a little bit more middle back, flat neck. I might walk a little bit forward. Arms down, fingers touching the floor. I squeeze, lift, lower, return, squeeze, lift chest, lower chest, fingers floor. And it's tempting to push my belly into the ball to get higher. Remember, I'm focused on the feel of the exercise, not focused so much on getting height. Got just one more. And then I'm coming back through a hover. So forearms, lift, flatten and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, we can go a little further, right? 4, 3, 2, knee taps ball, right, left, right, left. Now I'm just tapping right to the center, but if you want to, you can make it a little bit more interesting, going out to the side, reach, and you get a little bit more glute work, and a little bit more inner thigh work. Whew. Need to come down to knees pretty soon, I think. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down all the way. Now I'm going to give us a little reward and come onto our backs. But the reward is not just rest, it's also hamstring work. So lie down, bring your calves on top of the ball, arms by your sides. Can be wide, can be closer, palms up or palms down. Legs are long, roll through your spine. So we want to articulate. Again, the recovery is part of the work. Up, back, down. Rise, rise. Lower, lower. Try to keep the toes parallel. Your toes are just in your lower peripheral vision. Abs in, ribs in. Hold this next one up. Now, you can have arms on the floor or reach up for our hamstring curls. So we're going to do 2 different types. The first is just a knee bend, and the butt should pretty much stay where it is. We're going 5. And now, dig your heels in 4. Feel the calves work 2. And last 2. And last one. Now we're going to add a hip extension to the work. So I roll the ball in and lift up higher onto my shoulders. I lift my butt. Go up and up. Back and down. We're going to do 10 of these. These are the best ones. 2, 3. So if you're not using a Fitball, you could just be doing these on the floor, with both legs, 5 each leg, 10 each leg, whatever you want. Or you'd be sliding with your feet on towels. Does anybody know how close we are to 10? I don't. But I feel those hamstrings working and I love it. Let's just do 2 more. Best guess, 2. And last one, then we get to come all the way down to the ground, so long legs, slow rolling down. Keep the hands up if you can. Ooh, wobbled a little bit towards you. All the way down, flat back. Take the ball between your ankles. So I've got my back flat, I'm pulling my ribs in. I inhale to lower, and I'm exhaling to lift. Love these leg lifts, squeezing the ball a little bit more tightly. So I want to work more inner thighs and also some of those quads that run towards the inside of the knee. And 2, not quite done. 1, we'll hold it up, and then we're going to do a little washing machine. So you agitate the ball like your spindle in a washing machine, and you agitate to lower. 3, 4 to lower, and up. I feel like I'm about to lose this ball, so I'll readjust that. Keep the squeeze. Keep the back flat, keep the agitation. Get a little extra leg work here too. Our last 2 times. We'll be back on our knees soon. Last 1. And up. Bend. 1 quick roll up just to help stretch some of those muscles that we were flexing. Up. Back on down. And then 1 foot, the other, roll up. Come back onto your knees. We're doing rollouts here. So the rollout has 2 to 4 stages depending upon the type. We'll do the easier one first. This is the rollout with 4 stages. So I blade edge of hands on the ball. I tip forward from the hip. That's 1. Here's 2. I push in, keeping myself off the ball. I pull back through the hips. That's 3. And then I push into the ball using lats and tries to lift up. Down, out, back, and up. And I say this is the easier of the 2. I mean, there's still plenty of work in it. Just going 1 more with this one. Now, keeping all these points, ear, shoulder, hip, and knee in one line. I have just 2 phases for this next one, and I'm moving from the knee. I'm going to scoop in. There's a little bit of movement at the shoulder, but not too much. And I go forward 1. And up. You want to tuck your butt under and squeeze it a lot to keep your back as long as you can, rather than let it sag into a hollow. Oh, yeah. And then let's get a little creative with it. You can start going side to side with it. So I'm just going to go ahead and pivot, reach, roll away, side, reach, roll away. Kind of a little slalom effect. I've never been skiing before, but I wonder if it's something like this. Probably not. 1 more each side. Final 1. And I pull back. I'm coming into a different kind of plank here. So I'll be putting hands on the ground, feet on the ball. If you have more space, you can roll out, but I don't. So I'm just going to go ahead and place my shins on the ball. So I take hand to the mat, shin on top, hand to the mat, other shin on top. All right, so you can do any kind of push-up you like. I'm doing tricep push-ups today. So I've got hands under shoulders. I'm gonna do a little tricep push-up. You can see my knees are still touching the ball. I'm pretty supported. I point the elbows back towards the ball, and push. Down, and up. Now, if you wanna go a little bit further, you take knees off the ball. Do 2 of these with me, and then we'll add the tuck. And up. Last 1. All right, so now, tuck. We're just bending the knees and sliding the ball. 1, 2 of 5, 3, 4, and here's 5. Now I'm going to add a push-up, so I do my tuck first, go out, then my push-up. 5, 4, love these 3, 2, and last 1. Then I gently come down from the ball. I'm going to come back on top of it into a pointer to work some of my back muscles. So I start coming on top, lengthening like we did earlier. Arms nice and long in front, butt squeezed, belly scooped. You can see my lower back slightly rounded. I'm pulling the ball into me, and then I'm going arm to arm. So I reach up, then back, other side. 2. I'm going to work my middle back more than my upper back. So I'm constantly pulling my shoulder blade down. It helps me to lift the arm, helps me to lower it with control. Now I'm going out slightly to the side, so diagonal and back, other arm and back, diagonal. This is very effective with wrist weights, light hand weights too, and we'll do that in some other workout. One more each side. One. And done. All right, come on back. Turn to face and bring the ball towards your waist. You might move back just a little bit, slide the mat back too. Coming into a side bend on the ball. So I mold myself to the ball. I'm gonna have this foot on the floor. I wanna feel that I'm really solid here. And I take hands nice and wide. Although this hand could be down if you need that extra bit of support, or if you just think the ball's gonna slip away from you. And you're rolling up, avoiding pushing into the ball. So what does that mean? That means that as I come up, I wanna round through, laterally flex, as opposed to pushing into the ball, which would make it come off, or make me come off the ball, I suppose, eh? Roll away. So we're going 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You can feel that nice quiver here, that heat. And 2, and 1. Coming through a hover to get to the other side. So we're just gonna come into hover. You've got 6 slices, 6 stirs, knees or toes. Slicing first. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the stirs. 6, 5, 4. Push the ball away. 3, 2. Change it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Other side for the side bend. So wheel the ball around. Mold yourself to it. Hands, wherever they feel right. And we lift up for those 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really long spine. Think of crown to ceiling. 6, 7, 8. Last 2 and 1. 2. And last 1. And then coming on top, we've got shins on top of ball for a last little bit of push-ups. So wheel it back, come onto the ball as you did before. And now this time, you have the opportunity to do pike, if you wish. I'll show you what pike is. I spread my fingers on the floor, wrist, elbow, shoulder on one line, and I'm lifting up and then lowering. Yeah? Even if you only get kind of here, that's good too. Let's add our push-up. So normal push-up or tricep push-up. I'm doing try. I go down, and then I'm lifting up. 2. Stretch after this, yeah? 3 of 10. 4. 5. Here's number 6. 7. 8. 9, so close. And 10, failing. Gently come down. And lie on your back. We are finishing with our pass backs. So passing the ball back and forth. Lie back. Let's have a quick counter pose. Rolling up into the bridge. Rolling down from the bridge. Then, ball between ankles. I'll take a breath in. Exhale, lift, take the ball, and reach back. Then swap over. So make sure you're not hitting anything behind you. Lower back stays on the ground. Oh, these pass backs. They're such a favorite. It really feels like you're doing something when you're doing them. And of course it feels like you deserve to be rewarded when you finish the I got one more, so here it begins. Last one. And then I bring the ball down. Calves on top, arms wide, let's rock it. One more little rock. And then, I think I said we were finishing with pass backs, but actually, starting these makes me feel like we should do pendulums. So, take the ball back between ankles or knees, and we do pendulum, knees over hips, straight legs if you want. Shoulder blades stay on the ground, so reach along your arms, and up, other side. And now try something with me. I'm going to lift my legs up to the top. As I lower them, I bend my knees. This is just because of space for me. You can keep your legs straight the whole time. So close to the end. And I do mean it this time. Hear that quiver in my voice, you know that I am nearly done. Just one more each side, starting now. Be strong with me, everybody. Almost losing the ball. And lost the ball. Let's do a bridge. Be heavy for a second, inhale. Exhale, peel up, 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 up. Then down, 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 down. Stay down. Bend your knees, point them to the sides. Have the soles of your feet touching and walk the ball towards you. Then a little roll in, a little push, just to stretch the inner thighs. You could also kind of rock the ball side to side here. I'm going to deepen my stretch, so I make the ball still, and then I curl up. Squeeze the butt a little bit more, see if the knees can fall, and you could also extend it away a bit. Here, 3 breaths. And 2. And 1. Roll it down. Bring it in. 1 foot to the floor. Roll on up. Oh. Everybody, thank you so much for working out with me and the trusty Fitball. For more workouts, please stay tuned. Any comments, please put them below. Thanks so much again for working out with me today. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.